What's up, guys? Steve here with Seoul Lifts, back in the gym doing some deadlifts. Now, starting off with some warm-up sets at 60. Now, again, with the pads, the gym doesn't like the sound of the weights hitting the ground. I did a heavy squat day about 3 days ago, and still feeling it all through the hamstrings, lower back, and I should have put more space in between deadlifts and squats. Now, some programs will have you squat and deadlift in 3 days a week, 4 days a week. You know, if you're 21 years old, or if you're taking supplementary testosterone, that might be a good idea. But if you've got any kind of lower back issues, you probably want to take it easy with deadlifts and squats. Maybe not doing your heaviest on the same week, but listen to your body, see how it feels. So I did sets here at 2 sets at 60, a set at 100. Another at 140, went up to 160. The plan was to do sets of 5. But you can see, yeah, starting to feel it all through the back of the legs there. So I think I went 4 on here. I probably could have gone 1 more, but just didn't feel right. So switched over to some assistance movements. After doing 1 more set here, I did or 2 more sets rather. I did a set at 150. By 5, did a last set at 140 for deadlifts. That felt good to get them out of the way and get them done. Usually I like deadlift day, but in retrospect I should have maybe done some mid-back stuff and saved the deadlifts for another day. Last set of deadlifts. You know, not terrible. Not a terrible day. And if you notice, I'm wearing the rubberized palm workman's gloves, and I've got that in another video. And these they don't have any wrist support or anything, so they're really just for grip, especially if your gym doesn't allow chalk. So I moved over to rack deadlifts. You see I've set the bar down just below the knee. I got the towels wrapped around there just for the noise. And I did 4 sets of 5 at 140. Just as assistance movements to the deadlift. And with rack deadlifts, of course, you can probably go a lot heavier, but I'm going to save the back for another day. So today was all about some assistance work for deadlifts. I'm not trying to set any personal best today. So one last set here, doing the rack deadlifts, just to train the upper portion of the deadlift, the part of the deadlift where you get it past your knee, that lockout portion at the very top. Then some shrugs. I don't like the behind the back shrugs. I find that they put a lot of pressure on the lower spine, and if you're like me, if you have any kind of lower back issues, and I've got some herniated discs in the lower back, if you've got problems like that, you want to really watch out with your shrugs. Make sure that you've got a belt on. I like the low profile Velcro belt personally. Other guys prefer the leather belt. I like the Velcro for exercise like this, but regardless, I wouldn't use the Smith machine for shrugs, and I wouldn't do behind the back. I know some guys like it. Just saying, if you've got lower back issues, you might want to avoid behind the back barbell shrugs or Smith machine shrugs, and instead do something a little more similar to this. So I believe I did 4 or 5 sets of shrugs. I got the last one here just to show that little bit of roll. So I'm going to start with the shoulder forward. I'm going to roll it back. Not everybody likes doing it. Some guys like rolling it forward a little bit or leaning forward a little bit. But I do a Yates Row in the next exercise here, which is almost upright. It's an underhand grip, this Dorian Yates Row, where I come into kind of a ski position and row up with an underhand. Really hits the top of the back. So with the shrugs, I don't feel like I need to lean forward because I usually get them with the Yates Rows as well. So I did a set at 100. I set at 120, really trying to explode that weight up the thighs. A little bit different from the more controlled movements earlier. This is my last exercise. I really wanted to go explosive with this. Maybe should have left it at 120, but decided to go and do a set at 140. And then got one more cleanup set at 100. And again, I mean, it's not too bad. Back feels all right now. But in retrospect, once again, probably should have put a little more distance between squat day and deadlift day. For me, personally, you know, each person out there, their body responds differently to this. So again, listen to your body. Got the workout details up. And of course, you can always leave your comments, questions below. And until next time, keep growing.